not in this series, but like you have A Court of Thorns and Roses, The Serpent and the Wings of Night, like they all have a very similar naming convention to them, so I know that there are some out there that are not so good, and I didn't want to spend money on ones that don't have good reviews, so I think I did look them up before, at least this one, I think I did look it up before I bought it. I don't think I read the back though. It says, is this just like quotes? I think it is. Is there like a synopsis? Oh, there's vampires in this book. Okay. Did not know that. So, we've got, for humans or vampires, the rules of survival are the same. Never trust, never yield, and always, always guard your heart. The adopted human daughter of the Nightborn vampire king, Oriah, carved her place in a world designed to kill her. Her only chance to become something more than prey is entering the Kajari, a legendary tournament held by the goddess of death herself. It's kinda sick. But winning won't be easy against the most vicious warriors from all three vampire houses. To survive, Oriah is forced to make an alliance with a mysterious rival. Everything about Rain is dangerous. He is a ruthless vampire, an efficient killer, an enemy to her father's crown, and her greatest competition. Yet, what oddly terrifies Oriah most of all is that she finds herself oddly drawn to him. But there's no room for compassion in the Kajari. War for the Nightborn crown. I'm gonna think about that every time I read this now. War for the Nightborn crown brews, shattering everything. Shattering everything that Oriah thought she knew about her home. And Rain may understand her more than anyone, but their blossoming attraction could be her downfall in a kingdom where nothing is more deadly than love. The Serpent and the Wings of Night is a tale of heart-wrenching romance, dark magic, and bloodthirsty intrigue. Okay, Carissa. The Nightborn Corn. So, I am excited to read this now. I think this will be really fun. I liked the cover as well. I really liked the font that they chose. I know there's more in this series. Yeah, book 1 of the Nightborn duet. Oh, duet, so there's 2. I think. Okay, I'm gonna read the back because I just saw something that's interesting. Or allies, you've said firmly, you need to let me get close to you. My heart beat faster, faster, faster. My throat, I hate when they say this, my throat was thick. Ew. No, I said, as calmly as I could manage, I don't. The realization shifted in his face. You are afraid of me. No, I wasn't, I told myself. Fear did not exist. Fear is just a collection of physical responses. But I wasn't fooling anyone. Of course he could feel my heartbeat. Of course he could smell the rush of my blood. Rain, Misha said from the other side of the room. Back up, I commanded. I am not going to hurt you. How close do I have to get without splitting you open to make you believe that? Don't trust anyone, Vincent whispered in my ear. Rain took another step. This close. I didn't blink. Couldn't take my gaze off a predator this near to me. Less than one stride. So close I could count the beads of sweat on his collarbone. That's weird. That's weird. Don't do that. House of the Fall of Usher. Fall of the House of Usher. Yeah. Yeah, Ushers. But what moves? Dead. By D. Kingfisher. It's all raised. And it's a paperback, so I can tap on it. Oh, well, because this one's short. I'll tell you about my Barnes & Noble drama. It's really not that big of a deal, but I've been reading the Guild series by Raven Kennedy. My microphone is actually stacked on one of the books, and I wanted to read the third book in the series, but I only got the first two for like Christmas, so I ordered the third one in January like 5th, I think. I wait a while. February 5th comes around and I'm like, I feel like I should have gotten my book by now. I checked the tracking. It's stuck at like a USPS in my state, mind you. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I try to contact USPS and UPS because it's stuck from UPS giving it to USPS. It's saying like UPS has said that it's given it to USPS, but USPS says it hasn't gotten it from UPS yet. Like it's stuck in like a limbo land. And it has like moved previously, like a couple of times it's changed hands. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to contact USPS, see where it is. It's impossible to talk to anybody at any of these mailing companies. It's kind of crazy. You literally just have a chatbot to talk to, and they refuse to let you talk to a customer service representative on the phone. It will literally hang up on you. I've been hung up twice by a robot. A robot hung up on me twice. So, at this point I'm frustrated, so I'm like, I guess I'll just contact Barnes & Noble to see if they will send me a new book. So they did, and they were really nice, and they were like, okay, we're gonna send you a new book. It's lost in the mail. We're considering it lost in the mail. We're gonna send you a new one. Send me a new one on like February 5th. I'm like, sick. It'll be here soon. It's stuck at the same exact location, the same exact part in the process that the last book got stuck in. And it's been stuck there since like February 8th. So now I have to contact Barnes & Noble again. Because I think it's Glint that I'm waiting on. Glint. I love the Guild series, not just because my name is Gilded Whispers, and I love the word gilded, but like, it's genuinely a really good series. I had such misconceptions about that series, but anyways, that's for a different video. I'm so confused how it got stuck in the same place twice. So now I'm gonna contact them again. I'm gonna have to see if they'll let me just do maybe a store pickup or something so that it doesn't get stuck again. dissects the heart of Poe's most famous tale and finds a wholly new mythology beating inside it. Pure fun. Creepy, claustrophobic, and completely entertaining. Okay, Aaron Craig from the New York Times. Man, what moves the dead? This one is more of a fun one, and it's just kind of like a show and tell because it's a beautiful book. I got this for my birthday from my fiance, and it is an all-black version of The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. This book is beautiful. I have never read The Picture of Dorian Gray. I've wanted to, at the art museum in Chicago, the Art Institute. They have a really, really, really big, like, it's very tall, more so, picture, and I can never remember the artist's name. There was a period of time where I went through remembering his name very well, but it's a big picture of The Picture of Dorian Gray, or an artist's interpretation of The Picture of Dorian Gray. So, if you're ever at the Art Institute of Chicago, that's one of my favorite pieces. It's gnarly, it's nasty looking, but it is such a cool piece, such a cool painting. I haven't actually been in a while, I should go. You can see that the sun is starting to do things. You've got the picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. But there's no jacket for this book, which I don't like jackets that much anyway. I find them kind of annoying because I always need to take them off. They're kind of frustrating. But it comes with a little, like, ribbon, and all of the pages, it's not just black, like, edging. It comes with black pages and white writing. It is so cool. I am very excited to read this. But it's got a portrait of Oscar Wilde in it as well. This paper is very thick, so it's very loud. So before I deafen you, this is a very, very old book. It gets reprinted a lot nowadays. But it's like a horror-ish kind of book. Very excited to read it. I've never read it before. The next book, I guess we'll just get House of Earth and Blood out of the way. I did start kind of reading this book, but I did not finish. I didn't really get that far at all. I literally, I'm like maybe 10 pages in. I don't remember anything of what I read. I tried to read it at work, and that was a really bad idea, so I stopped. And I was like, I'll just come back to it. The third book in the Crescent City series has come out last month. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a gold front. And I do have the second book as well. But I figured tapping on one of these for right now is kind of enough. It's a big boy. It's a big boy. So, this is Sarah J. Maas. House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City. I guess it's technically Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood. But this is the first in the series. Tender, funny, hot, and satisfying. They're just... Oh, it's Laurel K. Hamilton, the New York Times bestselling author. I just saw New York Times, like, all the way down, and I was like, there's a lot of writers from the New York Times who wrote about this book. I'll read you the synopsis. Bound by blood. Oh, I just love the artwork on these books. Bound by blood, tempted by desire, unleashed by destiny. Bryce Kinlan had the perfect life, working hard all day and partying all night, until a demon murdered her closest friends, leaving her bereft, wounded, and alone. When the accused is behind bars, but the crimes start up again, Bryce finds herself at the heart of the investigation. She'll do whatever it takes to avenge their deaths. Hunt Athalar is a notorious fallen angel, now enslaved to the archangels he once attempted to overthrow. His brutal skills and incredible strength have been set to one purpose: to assassinate his boss's enemies, no questions asked. But with the demon wreaking havoc in the city, he's offered an irresistible deal. Help Bryce find the murderer, and his freedom will be within reach. As Bryce and Hunt dig deep into Crescent City's underbelly, they discover a dark power that threatens everything and everyone they hold dear, and they find in each other a blazing passion, one that could set them both free if they'd only let it. With unforgettable characters, sizzling romance, and page-turning suspense, this richly inventive new fantasy series delves into the heartache of loss, the price of freedom, and the power of love. Everybody loves this series. They say it's really good. They say it's better than A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I like a darker series, so excited for that. Next, I guess we'll end with this one, so we'll do this one next. This one's kind of, I got this one at the beginning of December for my fiance and I. We did like a little advent calendar for one another, kind of. It was like a weekly advent calendar where we got one present per week leading up to Christmas. And it was of either, for me it was books, for Matthew it was vinyl, so vinyl records. I couldn't think of the word. But I had asked for this book because it was recommended on Instagram, and I cannot for the life of me remember who recommended it. It's been so long, it's been like 2 months. I did get I went for a tattoo appointment about like a week after I got this book, and I got maybe like 15 pages into it, but I never picked it up again. It was really good, I started reading other stuff. This is The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. And this one is supposed to be a dark romance, and it's pirates, so I'm excited. And Fae, actually. So Fae pirates, specifically, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, underneath the waves. Okay. They stole his crown, so he stole their daughter. For years, Eric, the scarred king of the Ever Kingdom, has thought of nothing but vengeance against the man who killed his father and trapped him beneath the waves, making Eric a prisoner in his own realm. I just had to read this like 3 times. I think it's worded kind of weirdly on the back, so I'm just gonna say his enemy's daughter unwittingly breaks the chains on the Ever, and Eric plans to toss her into his game of revenge. She's innocent, he's vicious, but he will take back what he's lost, no matter the price, unless she steals his heart first. and it says, "Welcome to the dark world of the Ever. I hope you enjoy the book and the deep I can't talk this morning. Possessive romance between Livia and Eric. That is the reason for this note. Some might find early actions of our morally gray Everking the kind that blur the lines of right and well brutal. He's not snuggly, at least not until we peel back some layers, so know that some of his actions are dark and vicious. The world of the Ever is built from the worlds of my Broken Kingdoms series, bringing to our Fae loves some sly pirates, bone ships, and sea shanties. Please note, my nautical friends, that although I did research on the swashbuckling lifestyle, this is a fantasy book, and I have taken liberties with the Evership that might differ from historical accuracy of the vessels sailing the Caribbean seas. The Everking takes place approximately 20 years after events in Book 6, Dance of Kings and Thieves, in the Broken Kingdoms. If you know, you'll know. Anyways, so it is part of like a larger world, but you don't have to read the other stuff in order to understand it. So I thought it was like a nice introduction, and it got good reviews from the person that I got recommended it from. Who knows who that is? I don't, but I appreciate them for their recommendation. So the final book I have is The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I always mess her name up. Sorry, Miss Blake. Olivia Blake. Unless it's Olivie, but I feel like that sounds wrong. This does normally have a jacket, but honestly I don't know where it is. So I just wanted to show you the cover because it's cute. I think, is it over there? Actually, I think the dust jacket is over there. Which I'm probably gonna go grab really quick, so I'll grab it after I'm done tracing. If you hear weird noises in the background, it's my cats trying to get into my room. Because why have any peace? They are absolutely insane in the morning. And we're leaving for Nashville in like 2 hours, but I wanted to film this video. But this is a like dark academia book. Let me go grab the dust. I think I just blew some dust off of this. Let me go grab the dust jacket. I have found the dust jacket. This is what the dust jacket looks like. It sounds better off of the book. But it's the Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. Knowledge is carnage. It says, seek it if you wish, but as with all knowledge, whatever follows will be yours to bear alone. Each decade, only the 6 most uniquely talented magicians. Sorry for not being able to read this morning. The most uniquely talented magicians are selected to earn a place in the Alexandrian Society, the foremost secret society in the world. The chosen will secure a life of power and prestige beyond their wildest dreams, but at what cost? Each of the 6 newest recruits has their reasons for accepting the society's elusive invitation, even if it means growing closer than they could have imagined to their most dangerous enemies, or risking unforgivable betrayal from their most trusted allies. They will fight emphasis on book